I was face down in gravel with a SWAT rifle against my skull. 20 armed officers. Helicopters circling. Flashbangs destroying my cabin. My dog screaming inside. All because I moved into my own property. The woman who orchestrated this? Margaret Flynn, HOA president. Mid-50s. Blonde bob. Tennis outfit. Clipboard always ready. She smiled while reporting a fake hostage situation to police. Her reason? I bought the lakefront cabin she wanted. She tried everything first. 17 code violations. 12,000 in fines. Midnight vandalism. Tire slashing. When legal harassment failed, she went nuclear. Called SWAT. Attempted murder by cop. But she didn't know every single second was recorded. Body cameras caught her lies. My security footage documented everything. Her own words buried her. What happens next destroys her 40-year family legacy completely. Arrests. Prison time. Statewide law changes. Criminal conspiracy exposed. The bodycam footage at the end will leave you speechless. Comment where you're watching from right now. I want to see how far this story travels. I'm standing on my new cabin porch, hands wrapped around a coffee mug I haven't sipped from in 20 minutes. The lake stretches out like polished glass. No ripples. No movement. Just perfect silence. Pine trees tower around me like cathedral columns, their tops disappearing into morning mist. The air smells like cedar and wet earth and freedom. This place cost me everything I had. 15 years grinding in Denver's corporate machine. 80-hour weeks. Fluorescent lights. Conference rooms that smelled like recycled air and desperation. My marriage collapsed under the weight of it. Sarah took half of everything in the divorce. I didn't fight her. I was too tired to fight anyone. Then Dad died. Heart attack. Sudden. I was in a board meeting when Mom called. I watched his funeral on my phone from a hotel room because I couldn't miss the client presentation. That's when I knew. I was done. Finished. I took my inheritance, Dad's life insurance, the only thing Sarah couldn't touch, and I bought this cabin. Cash offer. No inspection. Didn't care. I just needed out. The cabin is perfect. Cedar logs still smell fresh. Stone chimney runs up the center like a spine. Wraparound porch faces Crystal Lake directly. Mountains cut the horizon like broken teeth. I moved in yesterday. Boxes are everywhere. My golden retriever Max is exploring every corner, tail wagging nonstop. This is it. My sanctuary. My escape. My chance to finally breathe. I'm taking my first real breath in years when I see her. Marching up my gravel driveway like she's leading a military assault. Blonde bob bouncing with each aggressive step. White tennis skirt. Pink polo. Visor. And a clipboard. Always the clipboard. Her face is pure fury. You can't be here. Not hello. Not welcome to the neighborhood. Just 5 words delivered like a prison sentence. I blink. Set down my mug. Excuse me. I'm Margaret Flynn, HOA president. This cabin violates 17 separate codes. You're currently in active violation. My chest tightens. This is my property. I own this place. Her smile is surgical. Cold. Precise. That's not how it works here. HOA regulations supersede individual ownership. You should have researched before purchasing. She's already taking photos. My moving truck parked in the driveway. Max sniffing around the porch. My life. My stuff. My existence documented like evidence at a crime scene. You have 48 hours to achieve full compliance or face financial penalties. She taps her clipboard. Fines start at $500 per day. Compounding. Wait, what rules? What violations? But she's already turning. Walking away. Gravel crunching under her tennis shoes. 48 hours, she calls over her shoulder. Clock's ticking. I stand frozen on my porch. Max whines beside me. The mountains suddenly feel different. Not protective. Trapping. The lake doesn't look peaceful anymore. It looks isolated. Cut off. What the hell just happened? I pull out my phone. Search. HOA violations. HOA enforcement. HOA foreclosure. Every article is a horror story. People losing homes over paint colors. Grass height. Mailbox styles. My hands are shaking. I came here to escape. To find peace. To finally feel safe. Instead, I just walked into a war I didn't know existed. And Margaret Flynn just fired the first shot. 6 a.m. I'm still unpacking boxes when Max starts barking. Not his normal bark. This is aggressive. Territorial. Warning. I look out the window. 5 people standing at my property line. Not walking toward me. Just standing. Staring. All holding clipboards. All holding cameras. Margaret leads them like a general inspecting troops. I walk outside barefoot, still wearing yesterday's shirt. My hair's a mess. I haven't shaved. Don't care. What's going on? Margaret doesn't answer. A man in a polo shirt, embroidered with Pine Valley HOA Committee, steps forward. Official inspection. We're documenting code violations. Violations? I just moved in yesterday. You moved in without proper approval, Margaret says. Her voice is ice. That's violation number 1. A woman with cat-eye glasses starts photographing my truck. Another man circles toward my firewood stack. They're treating my property like a crime scene. Your moving truck blocked the community view corridor for 4 hours, polo shirt guy says. That's violation 2. I was unloading my life. Your dog is off leash, Margaret continues. Violation 3. Your firewood stack is visible from the main road. Violation 4. Your exterior welcome mat is non-approved color. Violation 5. I stare at my welcome mat. It's brown. Plain brown. You're insane. We're thorough. Margaret's smile widens. Would you like to hear violations 6 through 17? My stomach is dropping. Free falling. This can't be real. I never signed anything about these rules. The previous owners signed the CCRs, covenants, conditions, and restrictions. They're binding to all future property owners. It's in your deed. Page 247. My lawyer said the deed was standard. Just sign. Just close. Get it done. I didn't read page 247. These violations total $9,000. Margaret taps her clipboard. Currently, they compound daily until compliance is achieved. $9,000. For firewood. For my dog. For existing. This is harassment. This is enforcement. The community has standards. You're not meeting them. The others are still photographing everything. My gardening tools leaning against the shed. My kayak on the porch. My truck with out-of-state plates. Every detail documented. Cataloged. Weaponized. I'll fight this, I say. My voice sounds weak. Distant. Margaret leans close. Close enough I can smell her perfume. Something floral and expensive. Everyone says that. Nobody wins. The HOA has unlimited legal resources. You have a mortgage and a dream. She pauses. Dreams die fast here. They turn and leave. All 5 of them. Walking in formation down my driveway like soldiers leaving a battlefield. I stand there shaking. Max presses against my leg. He can feel my panic. The mountains are closing in. The lake looks black now. Threatening. How do you fight an HOA? Where do you even start? They have lawyers. Budgets. Power. I have a cabin and a dog and savings that are already bleeding out. My phone buzzes. Email notification. Subject line in red letters. Notice of violation. Immediate action required. I open it. 17 violations listed. Fines detailed. Payment schedule. 30-day deadline. At the bottom, 1 sentence in bold. Failure to comply will result in lien filing and foreclosure proceedings. They can take my cabin. They can actually take everything. I don't sleep. I spend 3 days reading. The CCRs are 347 pages. Single-spaced. Legal language that twists my brain into knots. Every page is another rule. Another restriction. Another trap. Grass height. Exactly 2.5 inches. Not 2.4. Not 2.6. Measured monthly. Exterior paint colors. Chosen from pre-approved palette. 23 shades of beige and gray. Nothing else exists. Vehicle parking, garage only. Except I don't have a garage. The cabin was built in 1987. Grandfathered under old rules. Guest visits. Require written permission submitted 72 hours in advance. It's insane. Completely insane. But it's legal. I keep digging. The previous owner, Mitchell, had grandfather status. Protected under original 1985 regulations. When he sold to me, that protection vanished. Margaret changed the rules 6 months ago. Emergency community vote. Only 5 homeowners attended. She counted proxy votes from people who moved away years ago. People who don't even live here anymore. Technically legal. Barely. I call lawyers. 3 of them. HOAs are difficult to fight, the first one says. Very difficult. How much? I ask. 50,000 minimum. Could go higher. Might lose anyway. I don't have 50,000. I spent everything on this cabin. The second lawyer says the same thing. The third one just laughs. You bought property in Pine Valley? With Margaret Flynn running the HOA? He whistles. Good luck, man. Seriously. I hang up. Sit on my porch. Watch the sun set over the lake. The water looks like blood now. Dark red. Threatening. I'm trapped. That night, headlights sweep across my window. 10 p.m. Late for visitors. Margaret's SUV. Black Escalade. Tinted windows. She's alone. I answer the door before she knocks. Just being neighborly, she says. Her smile is plastic. Fake. Rehearsed. Want to tell me why you hate me? Her expression shifts. The mask drops. What's underneath is cold. Empty. Dead. My family built this community. 40 years. My father surveyed this land. My mother designed the first homes. We had standards. Pride. Legacy. She steps closer. Then people like you show up. City trash, buying our heritage. Ruining property values with your disorder and your chaos. My disorder? I've been here 3 days. You don't belong here. You'll never belong here. I'm making sure you understand that. Making sure you leave before you contaminate everything we built. She turns. Gets in her Escalade. Drives away. I stand in my doorway shaking. Not from fear. From rage. This isn't about rules. This isn't about codes or violations or property values. This is personal. Targeted. She's declared war on me specifically. Why? Because I'm from Denver? Because I didn't grow up here? Because I bought property she thinks belongs to her family? Next morning, another email. Emergency compliance hearing. Mandatory attendance. Failure to appear results in automatic judgment. 3 days away. Thursday at 7 p.m. Community center. If I don't show, I lose automatically. If I do show, I'm walking into her courtroom. Her rules. Her jury. Either way, I lose. Max nudges my hand. The lake shimmers outside my window. Morning light making it look almost peaceful again. I came here for peace. I found hell instead. The community center smells like old coffee and floor wax. Fluorescent lights buzz overhead. Folding chairs arranged in rows. 15 people scattered around. Margaret sits elevated at a podium. Literal judge's setup. Her sister Jennifer beside her. Cousin Tom on the other side. All family. I'm at a folding table facing them. Alone. The defendant. Margaret reads violations. Unapproved exterior modifications. Unauthorized pet. Non-compliant vehicle storage. Aesthetic disruption. Each word is a hammer blow. I haven't modified anything, I say. The cabin looked this way when I bought it. Previous owner had grandfather status. You don't. Why not? We voted to end grandfathering. New owners comply or leave. The crowd murmurs. Some sympathetic faces. Most silent. Margaret controls everything here. My dog needs to be outside sometimes. All pets require HOA approval. Breed, weight, temperament evaluation. You didn't apply. I didn't know. Ignorance isn't defense. She's enjoying this. Savoring it. Tom reads fines. 12,000 total. Growing daily. Compounding interest. I'll fix everything, I plead. Tell me what to do. Margaret leans forward. Sell. Leave. That fixes everything. The room goes silent. That's not reasonable. Back row. Older man. Gray beard. Flannel shirt. She wants him gone, not compliant. Margaret's eyes flash. Mr. Harrison, you're out of order. I'm out of patience. This is harassment. Others nod. Margaret slams her gavel. Hearing adjourned. Violations stand. Payment due 30 days or foreclosure begins. I stumble outside. Harrison follows. She did this to 3 others, he says quietly. Young couple. Veteran. Single mom. Same pattern. They couldn't afford lawyers. Sold at losses. Margaret's family bought the properties through shell companies. My blood freezes. That's fraud. Prove it. Her brother's the county clerk. Her nephew's a state rep. She's untouchable. I lean against my truck. Defeated. There's one thing. Harrison continues. She hates cameras. Documentation. Evidence. Record everything. Every interaction. Every threat. You build a case. For what? Public pressure. Social media. News. She's legally protected but not reputation protected. Hope flickers. That would work. Harrison's face darkens. Almost worked for the veteran. Got video of her threatening his kids. Posted online. Went viral. She backed off. What happened? He left anyway. Stress broke him. That's what she counts on. Breaking you mentally before legally. I look at the mountains. The lake. She won't break me. I'm documenting everything now. I install cameras the next morning. 8 of them. 1 covering the driveway. 2 on the porch. 3 covering property lines. 2 on the shed and back area. Professional system. Cloud backup. Motion sensors. Night vision. Legal in Colorado. Single-party consent for audio recording. Margaret doesn't know yet. 3 days pass. Quiet. Too quiet. I keep waiting for the next violation notice. The next inspection. Nothing comes. I'm starting to relax. Starting to think maybe the hearing scared her off. Maybe Harrison's presence made her back down. Then it happens. 2 a.m. Max explodes into barking. Not normal barking. Aggressive. Territorial. Danger. I grab my phone. Open the camera app. My hands are shaking from adrenaline. 2 figures on my driveway. Dark clothes. Moving around my truck. Crouching. Working fast. I zoom in. Watch them slash my tires. All 4. Systematic. Professional. Then they move to my cabin door. Spray paint. Red. Dripping. Go home, city boy. They run. Disappear into tree line within seconds. I'm recording everything. Zooming. Trying to catch faces. They're wearing masks. Black balaclavas. Gloves. Can't see anything identifying. But I keep watching. Rewinding. Analyzing every frame. I call 911. Someone just vandalized my property. Slash my tires. I have it on video. Dispatch sounds bored. Deputy will respond when available. 40 minutes later, headlights. Sheriff's Department. Deputy Jackson emerges. Young. Maybe 25. Looking annoyed at being called out this late. Probably just kids, he says before even looking at damage. Kids. I show him the spray paint. The slashed tires. This is targeted. You got faces on your cameras? They're masked. He shrugs. Then I can't do much. File a report. Call your insurance. He's not even pretending to care. Not examining evidence. Not taking notes. You know Margaret Flynn? I ask. His expression shifts. Careful suddenly. Guarded. Everyone knows Margaret. She's been harassing me. HOA violations. Threatening foreclosure. This feels connected. That's a serious accusation. You have proof she was involved. I show him the violation notices. The hearing transcript. Harrison's statement about previous families. Deputy Jackson hands back my phone. HOA dispute. That's civil matter. Not criminal. Property damage is criminal. File your report. We'll investigate. His tone says he won't. Insurance should cover the tires. He leaves. Taillights disappearing down the dark road. I'm alone again. Tires flat. Door ruined. Message clear. Leave. Max won't stop shaking. I hold him. His heart racing against my chest. I review the footage 100 times. Frame by frame. Looking for anything. Then I see it. One figure has a limp. Slight. Left leg. Favoring it when they run. I zoom in. Freeze frame. White sneakers. Pink trim along the sole. I've seen those shoes before. Margaret's sister Jennifer. Wore them at the hearing. Distinctive pink stripe. Exact match. I zoom tighter. The limp is obvious now. Jennifer twisted her ankle at last month's community tennis tournament. Local newspaper covered it. Photo shows her in a walking boot. I've got her. Not her face. But enough. The shoes. The limp. The timing. Harrison was right. Document everything. I save 3 copies of the footage. Cloud storage. External hard drive. Thumb drive in my safe. Margaret just made her first real mistake. She sent family to intimidate me. Left evidence. Created a pattern. I sit on my porch as sunrise breaks over the mountains. Orange light bleeding across the lake. She's not scared anymore. She's desperate. And desperate people make mistakes. I'm ready for the next one. 1 week later. I'm fixing the spray-painted door. New paint. Dark green. Camera's recording. Max beside me. Beautiful morning. Lake perfectly still. Mountains sharp against blue sky. Then sirens. Multiple. Getting closer. Helicopters. I stand. Confused. Emergency nearby? Vehicles screaming up the road. Police. SWAT. Armored truck. Coming here. Hands up. Get on the ground. Now. Officers pouring out. 20 of them. Rifles raised. Red dots on my chest. I freeze. Hands up. What's happening? Ground. Now. I drop. Gravel cuts my face. Zip ties bite wrists. Knee in my spine crushing down. Don't move. Max barking. Terrified. My dog. Please. Nobody listens. Team entering cabin. Boots thundering. Glass shattering. Flashbangs. Clear. No weapons. No hostages. Max yelping somewhere. I can hear him crying. I'm face down bleeding thinking this is how people die. How innocent people get shot. 20 minutes. Feels like hours. They lift me up finally. Sheriff Jackson's here. Looking embarrassed. We got a 911 call. Active shooter. Hostage situation. Your address. My brain shorts out. What? There's no shooter. Caller said, armed man. Making threats. Holding someone captive. Who called? Jackson checks radio. Anonymous. Blocked number. Female voice. Margaret. This is a setup, I breathe. The HOA president. Margaret Flynn. She's been targeting me. We had to respond. Swatting serious. I could have been killed. He won't meet my eyes. No threat confirmed. You're free. They cut ties. My wrist's bleeding. Purple. Cabin destroyed. Door kicked in. Windows shattered. Everything violated. Max under the porch. Shaking. Won't come out. I'm shaking too. Pure rage. Margaret tried to murder me. Swatting kills people. This was attempted homicide. Officers leaving. Like nothing happened. What about who called? I shout. We're investigating, Jackson says. Lying. Gone within minutes. I stand in my destroyed home. Blood dripping. Max finally emerging. My cameras recorded everything, including police radio before arrival. Dispatch. Confirm calling party. Initial call from HOA President Margaret Flynn. Non-emergency. Reported unstable resident. Possibly armed. Transferred to 911. Anonymous second caller escalated to active shooter. Coordinated. Margaret established narrative. Jennifer probably made the 911 call. Escalated it to hostage situation. Premeditated attempted murder. And I have it all on tape. Harrison arrives later. Sees damage. Goes pale. She's trying to kill you. I know. I hand him thumb drive. Evidence. Everything. If something happens to me, release it. He stares at the drive. You're not leaving? No. I'm finishing this. Margaret crossed a line she can't uncross. Now I have proof. Harrison finds me that night. I'm boarding broken windows. Hands still shaking. Blood dried on my wrists. Max won't leave my side. I heard what happened, Harrison says quietly. Whole town heard. SWAT team doesn't show up without everyone knowing. She tried to kill me. My voice sounds dead. Flat. I know. He hands me something. Another thumb drive. Different from mine. What's this? Friend at the sheriff's department. Retired deputy. He copied the Bodycam footage from today. All of it. Including what happened after they cleared your cabin. I stare at the small device. Why would he do that? Because he's tired of watching Margaret destroy people. He can't stop her officially, but he can give you ammunition. I plug it into my laptop immediately. Screen glows blue in the darkness. The footage starts. Standard. Officers approaching. Me surrendering. Hands up. Face in gravel. All routine from their perspective. Then comes the part after they clear my cabin. After confirming no threat. Radio chatter I couldn't hear while face down bleeding. Dispatch. Can we get clarification on the initial calling party? Stand by. Pulling call records now. Pause. Static. Initial call came from HOA President Margaret Flynn. Non-emergency line. Reported new resident acting unstable. Possibly armed. Making threatening statements. That call was transferred to 911 for assessment. Approximately 15 minutes later, anonymous caller reported active shooter. Hostage situation. Same address. My blood turns to ice water. So HOA lady called first. Affirmative. Established the narrative. Anonymous caller escalated. 2 calls. Coordinated. Planned. The body cam continues. Officer walking outside. Margaret's black Escalade pulling up. She happened to be driving by. Concerned citizen checking on the emergency. Officer approaches her vehicle. Ma'am, do you live nearby? I'm the HOA president. I was worried when I saw the emergency response. Do you know the resident here? Margaret looks directly at the camera. I've had some concerns about him. New to the area. Aggressive personality. Wouldn't follow community regulations. Confrontational. I feared something like this might happen eventually. She's acting. Playing the concerned neighbor. Building her defense in real time. The officer takes notes. When did you last interact with him? Never met him personally. Just heard complaints from other residents. That's a lie. The bodycam timestamp shows the date. 3 days after our face-to-face hearing confrontation. 3 days after she told me I didn't belong here. She forgot. Made a mistake. Lied directly to law enforcement on camera. Federal crime. False statements to police during an investigation. I replay it 5 times. 6 times. 7 times. Harrison grins beside me. That's your smoking gun right there. Margaret established the dangerous narrative with her first call. Jennifer probably made the anonymous escalation. Then Margaret showed up playing innocent witness while lying about never meeting me. Premeditated. Coordinated. Documented. She's done. I breathe. Completely done. What are you going to do? I look at him. At the footage frozen on Margaret's face. Her concerned expression. Her calculated lies. I'm going public. With everything. Harrison nods slowly. You sure? Once you light this fire, there's no putting it out. Good. Let it burn. I have everything now. The harassment timeline. The violation notices. The hearing recording. The vandalism footage showing Jennifer's distinctive shoes. The SWAT call audio. Margaret's lies on Bodycam. Every piece of evidence needed to destroy her completely. Time to show the world exactly who Margaret Flynn really is. I don't sleep. Can't sleep. I spend the entire night editing. 6-minute video. Tight. Professional. Devastating. Opening. Me explaining calmly. Who I am. What I bought. Why I came here. Then the escalation. Violation notices on screen. Margaret's face from community records. Audio from the hearing. Her voice saying sell and leave. Harrison's testimony about previous families forced out. Vandalism footage. Jennifer's pink-striped shoes. Her limp. Newspaper photo confirming her ankle injury. Then the SWAT call. Radio chatter. Margaret's initial report. The anonymous escalation. Full audio. Finally, the Bodycam footage. Margaret lying. Never met him personally. Timestamp proving she lied. Title. HOA president called SWAT on me to steal my property. Here's the proof. Description. Full timeline. Links to public records. HOA documents. Everything verifiable. I upload to YouTube first. Then TikTok. Reddit. Facebook. Twitter. Local news station tip lines. I tag everyone. Colorado state representatives. HOA reform advocacy groups. Consumer protection agencies. News channels. Press send. 3:47 a.m. Collapse into bed. Wake up at noon. Phone vibrating off the nightstand. 50,000 views already. Comments pouring in faster than I can read. This is absolutely insane. Sue her into oblivion. I lived in Pine Valley. Margaret did this to my family too. We left in 2019. Shares multiplying. Spreading. By 2 p.m., 200,000 views. Local news picks it up. Denver stations running segments. HOA horror story goes viral. By 5 p.m., 500,000 views. Good Morning America requests interview. By 8 p.m., 1 million views. CNN, Fox News, MSNBC. Everyone wants the story. Margaret's face is everywhere now. Screenshots. Memes. Her lying on Bodycam played on loop. People find her Facebook. Her family's real estate business. Review bombing everything. 1-star ratings flooding in. Corrupt. Criminal. Destroyed our family. The county prosecutor releases statement. Our office is actively investigating allegations of false police reporting, conspiracy, and HOA-related fraud. We take these matters extremely seriously. Colorado State Representative announces emergency legislation, the Homeowner Protection Act, limiting HOA powers, requiring oversight, preventing retaliation. No family should face what this man faced. 3 law firms call offering pro bono representation. We want this case. We'll destroy her. Harrison texts, you did it. She's finished. But I'm not celebrating. I'm watching. Waiting. Because Margaret's gone completely silent. No response. No statement. No defense. Her social media deleted. Business website taken down. Phone disconnected. That's not surrender. That's regrouping. Planning. Cornered animals are most dangerous. My cameras catch movement. 11 p.m. Her black Escalade. Crawling past my property. Slow. Deliberate. Watching. She's planning something. One final desperate move. I can feel it coming. The cabin suddenly feels exposed. Vulnerable despite all the cameras. I check every lock. Every window. Every entry point. Load all new footage to cloud storage immediately. Real-time backup. If something happens to me tonight, the world will know within seconds. Come on, Margaret. Make your move. I'm ready. I'm recording. I'm waiting. Max growls low, staring at the darkness outside. He feels it too. Something's coming. 2 days later. Morning. I'm on Good Morning America via Zoom. Living room. Lake visible behind me. Millions watching live. The host is empathetic. Horrified. Walk us through what happened when SWAT arrived. I stay calm. Factual. I was painting my door. Next thing I know, 20 officers. Rifles. I'm face down bleeding. They're tearing through my cabin looking for hostages that never existed. This could have ended fatally. It almost did. That's the goal of swatting. It's attempted murder through law enforcement. I show the bodycam footage live. National television. Millions watching Margaret lie directly to police. The host covers her mouth. This is shocking. This is about power and control. What happens when HOAs operate without oversight? When one person decides who deserves to own property? It's perfect. I'm winning. Public opinion solidly behind me. Then Max starts barking. Different bark. Emergency bark. I glance off camera. Smoke. Gray smoke drifting past the window. I'm sorry, I tell the host. Something's wrong. I have to go. I disconnect. Run outside. My shed's on fire. Flames climbing the back wall. Reaching toward the main cabin. Heat radiating. Smoke choking. I grab the garden hose. Spray water. Not enough pressure. Not enough volume. Flames spreading faster. I call 911. Fire at 4782 Lakeview Drive. Spreading toward my cabin. Fire department dispatched. Stay clear of the structure. 10 minutes. Feels like hours. Flames consuming the shed completely. Looking at cabin siding. Fire trucks finally arrive. Sirens. Hoses. Professionals taking over. They save the cabin. Barely. Shed's completely destroyed. Blackened skeleton. Everything inside gone. My tools. Kayak. Camping gear. Fishing equipment. Boxes of dad's stuff I couldn't fit inside. Photos. Memories. Gone. Fire marshal investigates. Walks the perimeter. Takes samples. Accelerant used. Gasoline. Multiple points of origin. This is arson. No question. I was on live national television. I say. Alibi's ironclad. Who did this? He looks uncomfortable. We'll conduct full investigation. But we both know. Margaret. Or her family. Getting desperate. Trying to destroy evidence. Scare me into silence. Burn me out literally. Here's what she didn't know. I moved all physical evidence to a storage unit 50 miles away 2 days ago. Everything important. Documents. Hard drives. Backup footage. Harrison's idea. Paranoia paying off. The shed had nothing critical. Just stuff. Replaceable. My cameras caught someone. Figure moving through trees. 20 minutes before fire started. Too far to identify clearly. But same distinctive limp. Left leg. Jennifer again. I upload new footage immediately. Twitter. Attempted arson caught on camera. Police investigating HOA president's family. Another 1 million views in 6 hours. Now it's not just false reporting. It's attempted murder. Arson. Destruction of property. Criminal charges stacking up. Comments exploding. Arrest her. This is terrorism. Lock them all up. County prosecutor releases new statement. Additional charges under consideration including arson and conspiracy to commit arson. Margaret's world is collapsing. Everything she built over 40 years crumbling in days. But she's still out there. Still free. Still dangerous. I stand in the ash and smoke watching sunset over the lake. How far will she go? What's she willing to do? How does this end? Everything happens fast. Cascade of dominoes falling. Jennifer arrested first. Sheriff's deputies at her door. 6 a.m. raid. Charged with criminal mischief, arson, false reporting. She breaks an interrogation. 48 hours. Full confession. Margaret orchestrated everything. Every violation. Every threat. Every crime. Jennifer was just following orders. Doing what family does. County investigators dig deeper. Subpoena property records. Find shell companies. 12 properties purchased over 15 years. All foreclosed from HOA violations. All bought by Margaret's family through hidden LLCs. All flipped for massive profit. Pattern established. Criminal enterprise. Fraud. Racketeering. Margaret's brother, county clerk, suspended immediately pending investigation. He approved documents. Filed fraudulent paperwork. Enabled everything. Her nephew resigns from state legislature. Focusing on family matters. Political career over at 32. The HOA board holds emergency meeting. Community center packed. Angry homeowners. People who stayed silent for years finally speaking. Vote unanimous. Margaret removed as president. Stripped of all authority. Tom and her sister resign immediately. Personal reasons. New board elected. Harrison on it. Reform candidates. People who actually care about community over control. They void every violation against me. Full refund of all fines paid. 3 families forced out years ago, contacted, offered restitution, formal apology. What happened to you should never have happened. We failed as a community. We're fixing it. Local news covers everything daily. HOA horror story leads to statewide reform. Colorado passes new legislation within weeks. Homeowner Protection Act of 2025 limits HOA enforcement powers, requires independent oversight, mandates transparency, creates appeals process, prevents retaliation. My story becomes the catalyst, the case study, the reason for change. Then Margaret's arrested. Federal agents, FBI involvement, multiple charges, wire fraud, conspiracy, filing false police reports, witness intimidation, criminal enterprise under RICO statutes, bail set at $250,000. She can't pay. Assets frozen pending investigation. Mugshot released. Orange jumpsuit. Hair messy. Eyes empty. Same woman who smiled while threatening me. Now broken. The photo goes viral. Memes. Justice served. Karma real. She sits in county jail, awaiting trial. Everything stripped away. Local newspaper runs retrospective. The fall of Margaret Flynn. How power corrupted a community leader. I feel empty. Not victorious. Just tired. Hollow. The cabin's finally quiet. Repairs completed. New shed built. Max runs free across the property. No restrictions. No fear. Lake's peaceful again. Mountains breathe. Pine trees whisper in wind. But I'm different now. Changed. Harder. I came here seeking escape. Found war instead. Won. But at what cost? Part of my innocence gone. My belief that systems work. That justice happens naturally. That good people win just by being good. I had to fight. Document. Expose. Risk everything. Harrison visits. Sits on my porch. Coffee. Sunrise. You saved a lot of people, he says quietly. Families who'll never face what you did. People who'll buy property here and feel safe. That matters. Maybe. I look at mountains turning gold. Lake reflecting sky. This place is beautiful. Finally. Really beautiful. She goes to trial next month, Harrison adds. Prosecutors are confident. 8 to 12 years federal prison. I nod. Don't feel satisfaction. Just closure. Finally. This place is mine now. Really mine. Nobody can take it. I survived. That's enough. 6 months later. Spring arrives like resurrection. The valley explodes with wildflowers. Purple lupin carpeting entire meadows. Yellow balsam root covering hillsides and waves. Indian paintbrush adding brilliant red splashes. The lake's ice melt turquoise now. Unreal color. Like something from a painting you wouldn't believe was real. I'm on my porch. Morning coffee. Watching sunrise break over mountains. Max curled beside me. Gray in his muzzle now. We've both aged this year. Battle scars. Trauma. Growth. 3 families moved back. The ones Margaret forced out years ago. Young couple from California with their new baby. Marcus the veteran with his kids. Single mom with 2 teenagers. They bought their old properties back. Discounted prices. Restitution from Margaret's seized assets. Coming home finally. The HOA dissolved entirely. Voted out of existence. Replaced with voluntary neighborhood association instead. No enforcement power. No fines. No violations. Just community. Real community. Potlucks. Trail maintenance days. Actual neighbors helping neighbors. Everything Margaret built over 40 years of control, dismantled in 8 months. Because of greed. Power. Hatred of people she deemed unworthy. Margaret's trial concluded last month. Federal courthouse in Denver. Guilty on all counts. 8 years federal prison. Wire fraud. Conspiracy. Criminal enterprise. Restitution ordered to every victim. She'll never own property here again. Never hold power over anyone. Never control another person's life. Her family's legacy destroyed completely. Erased. Like it never existed. I don't feel satisfaction exactly. Just closure. The story's over. The villain lost. Justice actually served. Harrison joins me some mornings. We don't talk much. Just exist together peacefully. Fish the lake. Watch eagles hunt. Share silence. That's enough. Marcus the veteran stops by monthly. We've become genuine friends. Shared trauma bonding us. You did what I couldn't, he says one afternoon. We're on the dock. Feet dangling over water. Fought back. Stayed. Won. You tried. That's what matters. You survived your battle. He nods slowly. Understanding. Healing. Letters arrive weekly from across the country. People sharing their HOA horror stories, asking advice, desperate for help, feeling alone. I answer every single one personally. Started YouTube channel dedicated to this. HOA accountability, teaching people their rights, how to document properly, when to fight, when to walk away, when to go public. 500,000 subscribers now. Community growing daily. People helping each other, sharing strategies, finding lawyers, fighting back together. It's become my purpose. The meaning extracted from trauma. The cabin stands strong. Windows replaced with impact-resistant glass. New security system. Cameras still everywhere, but mostly as deterrent now. Valley's peaceful. Finally. Really genuinely peaceful. I think about that first morning often. Margaret marching up my gravel driveway. Clipboard clutched. Face twisted with fury. Delivering threats disguised as regulations. If I'd known then what was coming. The fear, the isolation, the SWAT raid, the fire, the months of psychological warfare. Would I have stayed? Yes. Absolutely yes. Without hesitation or doubt. Because this place isn't just property. Isn't just cabin and lake and mountains and trees. It's proof. Living, breathing proof that bullies lose eventually. That truth wins when you fight for it. That home is worth defending. That one person standing their ground can change systems. Can protect others. Can matter. Max nudges my hand. Wants attention. Scratches behind ears. I oblige. He's happy here now. Finally feels safe. Finally home. So do I. The sun fully clears the mountains. Golden light flooding the entire valley. New day. New beginning. New chapter. It's going to be beautiful. Margaret's sentencing. Federal Courthouse, Denver. I attend. 2-hour drive. Don't have to be there. Wanna be. She's led and wearing orange. Shackled. Hair grown out. Gray showing. Face gaunt. Aged 10 years and 6 months. Our eyes meet. She looks away first. Judge reads charges. Guilty verdicts. Victims speak. Marcus first. Voice shaking. She threatened my children. Made my PTSD unbearable. Destroyed my family's safety. Young couple. We lost our first home. Our savings. Our dream. Because she decided we didn't belong. Single mom. My kids watched me break. Because one person decided we weren't good enough. Then me. I stand. Margaret Flynn called SWAT to my home. Attempted murder through law enforcement. Because I bought property she wanted. She didn't just attack me. She attacked the idea that regular people deserve homes. Deserve peace. Deserve to exist without persecution. Judge speaks. Margaret Flynn, you abused trust. Turned community authority into criminal enterprise. Destroyed lives. Showed no remorse. 8 years federal prison. $847,000 restitution. Lifetime ban from HOA leadership nationwide. Gavel falls. She's led away. Doesn't look back. It's over. I drive home. Mountains appearing. Lake sparkling. Cabin waiting. Home. Max runs out. Pure joy. Tail wagging. Harrison's on my porch. 2 beers. How'd it go? 8 years. Lifetime ban. He nods. We sit. Watch sunset. You changed things, Harrison says. Colorado law. National conversation. Because of you. Because of everyone who spoke up. You started it. Maybe. I sip beer. Think about the fear. The rage. The fight. The win. Worth it? Harrison asks. I look at my cabin. Lake. Mountains. Max sleeping. Peace. Yeah. Worth it. Night falls. Stars emerge. Millions visible. No city lights. Just universe. I think about everyone watching my story. Everyone facing their own battles. Their own Margarets. This is for them. For everyone told they don't belong. Don't deserve. You can win. Takes documentation. Courage. Community. But you can win. Stand your ground. Document everything. Don't fight alone. Go public when necessary. Home is worth fighting for. Margaret learned that in federal prison. I learned it here. On this porch. This land. I'm staying forever. This is home. Max stretches. Life is good for dogs who feel safe. Life is good for people who stood their ground. If this story helped you, if it gave you courage or hope or tools to fight your own battle, I need to hear from you. Leave a comment below telling me where you're watching from. Tell me your story if you're facing something similar. Let's build a community of people who refuse to be pushed around, who stand up, who fight back, who win together. Hit that like button if you believe bullies should face consequences. Subscribe if you want to see more HOA accountability stories and learn how to protect yourself. Because we're stronger together. Bullies only win when good people stay silent. I'm not silent anymore. Neither should you be. Welcome home.